everybody. Welcome back to Sylvia's blog. Today we're going to be talking about what's your capacity. That may sound like an odd question initially, but I'm really passionate about it because I believe that we often don't think of our own capacity. We think about somebody else's. And so capacity, what does that word mean? Simply means what you are capable of. I know it's already into April, but let's scale back to January 1st. It's 2015. Everybody's excited. What do a lot of people do? They write a New Year's resolution. Have you ever written one? I know I have, definitely. I've written long ones, short ones, regardless. So oftentimes people on January 1st have very good ideas, but they get way too overexcited about it and they end up listing 10 to 20 different things. I want to lose weight, and I want to play with my kids more, and I want to eat properly, and I want to write a book, and I want to do this and that, and it just keeps going. And what so often happens, and you probably know where I'm going with this, is that you start day one, you are maybe trying to implement 3 different things. So I'm going to quit smoking, try and eat good, and work out all of January. And what happens is you start off and you're going strong and you're like, yeah, I feel better. And then a hard day hits, maybe 5 days in. Nope, I'm having a cigarette. Or, no, I need a cheeseburger. I can't handle this. Or I'm sleeping in, like I just don't care. And those New Year's resolutions fall by the wayside. And so I read a book, like I was talking to you about, one of my favorite books by Jack Canfield, The Success Principles. And one of the chapters was called 4 New Habits a Year. So what that entailed is instead of taking 1,000 things or even 20 things that you want to be better at or to change or your goals, take one and focus on it for 3 months at a time. And if you're trying to change, 4 new habits a year at the most. Now initially sometimes that can seem, well, that's nothing. Then I'm never going to change and that's no good. When in fact, if you think about it, in 5 years' time from now, if you were to gain 4 new habits a year, you've 20 fully attained habits over 5 years. And that makes a huge difference. Now, what does that do when we slow down and we focus on it? Well, we are human beings, and physically and in every way, we can only focus on one thing at a time. And so when you try and split your focus, no matter how much of a multitasker out there you think you are, you moms, you know what I'm talking about, you're just actually jumping your focus really quickly. And that is a talent, but we can only focus on one thing at a time. And so when you allow yourself to really focus on something and allow it to become a habit over a 3-month period of time, it will be yours for life. And that's a really cool thing. So instead of with the New Year's resolutions, thinking about 20 new things that you want to add to your life, start with one and kind of go from there. Also, something that's really important, and the whole reason for this video is, what is your capacity? Now, people often think, okay, I want to learn how to play the guitar, so I'm going to learn that this year. When they can't keep a beat to save their life. What I'm saying is it's really important to also know what your own capacity is. Not your mother's capacity, not your father's capacity, not your brother's, sister's, friend's, pastor, mentor, not what anybody else's capacity is, what they're capable of, but what you're capable of. Do you even know what you're capable of? It is incredible things. But here's the really cool thing, is that God made everyone different. And because we are different, we all have something unique to offer. And we all have a different capacity. So very often in this world, and I'm so guilty of it myself, is what we do is we compare. We compare to Tommy and Jane down the street and what they're capable of. So Tommy and Jane run a Bible study and they host a killer dinner party every Sunday of the month. And she has 4 kids and she works out and she looks great and her house is always clean. And so because she's capable of that, I need to be capable of that. And the second that I don't measure up to that level, now I'm feeling like total and utter crap that I can do nothing right. And so it's really important to stop comparing ourselves to this person, even if we enjoy being with them, and just say to ourselves, what's my capacity? And if you don't know, thinking about it is a great way to start, but also praying about it, because God will definitely reveal that to you included. So I had to ask myself, what was my natural capacity? And by the way, you can definitely grow your capacity. Whatever you are actually capable of, you can grow it. And it can become this massive, beautiful thing. But I had to ask myself, what's my capacity? Naturally, I can listen to other people. That is definitely something that I've grown and really want to continue to grow, but that's something that does come naturally to me. Encouraging people is something that I have come to believe is part of my DNA, because I was at the gym this morning and somebody just mentioned, Sylvia, you're a really good encourager. And I just said, you know, that I don't even think about it when I do it. I want people to feel worth good things and uplifted. So I naturally do that. I honestly don't even think about it. That's just my capacity, and may be very different for you. And the third one is playing with my kids, especially outside. That's something that, again, I thoroughly enjoy doing. And so that's part of my capacity, and I can grow that. And so things that are outside of my capacity is being a perfectionist, or even having everything tidy and perfectly neat all the time. Not in my capacity. All of my very close friends know that, and they have a lot of grace for me. But again, instead of beating myself up for it, when I go to a friend's house and their house is immaculate, I say to myself, that's in their capacity, most likely, and that's part of where they shine. There's many other aspects of it, but I'm not going to feel guilty for it anymore. So today, I just want to encourage you. If you don't know what your capacity is, take some time and think about it. Stop comparing yourself. It's only going to hurt you. And just allow yourself to grow in your own capacity, because it can really make life a lot simpler and better. Thank you guys so much for listening, and hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.